Hey folks, doing Hero of None here with your Mundus Minute on May 8th, 2020. News, Lecture Merchant, and Golden Merchant stuff all in a few minutes. So first up in the news, the Greymoor chapter has been announced and it will be releasing on PC May 26th and on consoles June 9th. Zoss has put out a recommendation of 5 things you can do to prepare for Greymoor, but I kind of have my own list of things that you might want to look to do before it launches here. So, first up, save up treasure maps. Antiquities use leads which commonly drop from them. Additionally, work up skill points on a character that you want to do antiquities on. You have about 27 plus skill points you're going to need to max out the skill lines. It's a lot, so you're going to have a character that has enough skill points to get everything. Run VMA until the very last boss. Now, keep this on the down low, but like most other patches and all that stuff, when they switch over, very rarely do they reset the progress you made on VMA. And if you want to get your perfected VMA weapons that first day and you're on the last boss, well, you only have one boss to run. Pretty easy. Check out pre-orders now. Greenman Gaming has deals for Greymoor as well as a bunch of other places, but those will go up once Greymoor actually hits. So before 26, get your pre-orders in. Farm replacement helms now. Several dungeon helms, and very specifically tanking helms, are getting nerfed. So if you're currently using Bloodspawn, Earthgore, you might want to switch over to something. Even Stonekeeper is going to getting a nerf as well. Tremor Scale is getting a boost, so maybe one you want to get. Or Lord Warden is also getting a boost. For PvP, it depends on what your build is. Zons is getting a nerf against Elfbane, but Grothar still works. So if you're using Zons, maybe you want to switch over to Grothar when this hits. It's up to you. Also in PvP, if you can, you probably want to get your 50,000 AP now. That way you have a good chunk of transmutation gems once this launches, so you can actually take that trial gear that you're going to be getting and transmutate it to the correct trait that you need. Anyways, that's just a few tips on my end here. I could probably do a video on this, but let's just keep this to us, huh? Also on the news, the Crown Store Showcase is out for May 20th. I'll put a link down below so you can take a look at all the new items you can get. So next, let's take a look at the Luxury and Golden Merchant for today. So first up in the Luxury Merchant, you can see we got several shrines that you can use. So if you want to shrine to Mara, Strendar, Zenthiar, Granarthi, Stands, they're all available right now. On the Golden Merchant tonight, for 150k, Swordsinger Ring. Stamina, damage, critical, and 450 weapon damage to only your two-hander abilities. This comes out of Valkyr Desert. You can get this pretty easily. Some folks that do like two-handed builds like to run this. Up to you if you want to spend the 150k though. You can get it pretty easy in Valkyr Desert, just running Dolmens though. Thunderbug's Ring. Armor, spell damage, and when you take physical damage, you have 50% chance to deal 6,000 shock damage in 5-meter radius around you. If concur once every 3 seconds. There's other sets that are better out there, and they will do just about as much damage on a regular basis and also heal you at the same time. So yeah, I'd probably recommend skipping over this one. For 250k, Jorval's Guidance Ring. Magic recovery, 4% healing, and increases the duration of all major buffs, minor buffs, and damage shields you apply to yourself and allies by 40%. This is actually pretty good for healers, especially for trials type healers. I know some folks will run this just so they can get a bit extra benefit out of their major and minor buffs. I would probably also look... Yeah, I'd probably look at getting this if you don't have ESO Plus. It's a very hard set to... Yeah, it's not too hard to get. It comes out of Scale Card Peak. It's up to you if you want to get it, but gold is good to get, and even for 250k for 2 rings, I'd probably pick it up if you have a healer you want to gear up. And Ring of Sheer Venom. stamina, weapon damage, and when you deal execute damage for abilities, deal 12k poison damage over 6 seconds. That can occur once every 6 seconds. Would recommend to get this if you're playing any type of stamina build, especially in PvP. It is 250k. You can get this set out of Imperial Prison, but if you're using this set, you probably want to pick up the gold. Now for 100k, you can get Celine's Arm Cops or Sentinel's Ragazoon's Arm Cops. Both good for stamina DPS and a healer. However, its shoulders, again, I would use keys instead of actually purchasing these. It's up to you though. Anyway, I'm here of none. That's your Mundus Minute. See y'all in Tamriel.